You can hear me now. All right, who's ready for some karaoke? We got some fitness karaoke for you today. This is a little warm-up song, guys. Made it with AI this morning. Video too, 100% AI. This is you guys in your gyms here, getting people's fires back. It's a reminder they're not human. Yeah, before it. This is the verse right here. You guys will be singing this tonight.
Send me this prompt, man. You gotta send me this prompt. I got.
This ain't a prompt. This is a skill. This is a skill. Listen, guys. AI knows you. AI knows you. I did not tell AI to end that way. But I've been in the gym business for 21 years. And I've had more clients and trainers and people finding that fire in them. And then falling back in love with the mirror. And then falling in love with a personal trainer. And running off and having babies and making me hire someone else. You can't make that up, but if AI knew that already, there's something to that, right? But in all seriousness, guys, I get that song is, to me, I actually really love the song. I don't know if you paid attention to the lyrics, but those people walking in your door lost a part of themselves. They are not coming back for bigger biceps. They are not coming back for bigger shoulders or bigger legs. These are people who fell out of love with who they look at in the mirror. It affects every little piece of their life. They don't tell you that. They ask you how much it is. But that what they're looking to do is get themselves back. And so I know a little something about that. That's not my topic, the brutal truth about ads. How many of you guys actually need more information about ads? You don't need more information about ads, but let me start with some props real quick.
Squeeze it. I love that word.
What are these? Ads. Ads, and more ads. The truth is, there's never been more ads in more places and more people seeing ads. And the brutal truth about ads is people have serious ad fatigue. Serious ad fatigue. ChatGPT is about to give you some ads while you're telling your deepest, darkest secrets and talking to it like it's your therapist. It's about to serve you up an ad. And so the brutal truth about ads, as I've found in the 21 years, is it's gotten a lot freaking harder. We still have to have them. Still have to have them. The funniest thing in the world is you don't need ads. Okay, how about you need customers? Show hands if you need customers. Because if you don't need customers, you sure as hell didn't drive out here or fly out here. And who needs more revenue from more customers? Every single one of us. Ads are just like AI, just a tool to get more customers, more awareness, and that sort of thing. So Scott asked me to talk about ads. If I got to pick, we'd just talk AI all day. because AI is pretty crazy. But last year, we got rocked. Who got rocked last year? Was everything going cool mostly until the first quarter last year? Show of hands that things were working cool up until about March or April. Show of hands if Facebook took a shit on your pixel by summertime. Yes. Right? And you were like, nothing's working. No, my God, it's not working. It's not working. And boy, the gym owners, and I've been working with gym owners now for half dozen years, 20 years owning a gym owners are worse than fat loss clients. It's not working. It's not working. Since when? We haven't got any customers since Saturday. Okay, well, it's Tuesday. And you know what gym owners end up doing when they don't get immediate and spectacular results? Same thing your clients do when they don't get immediate spectacular results. They get out of their car, look at the flat tire, and slash the other 3 tires as fast as they can because it's not working. Okay, now if I took that attitude either with having gained and lost 100 pounds in my life, would you do it? No, you'd quit every time because you're going to have resets over and over again. And I don't know how people in this industry coach other people through plateaus, but can't get themselves through one. They just can't. It's just really your own belief system is so influenced by what someone else said on Facebook. They got on Facebook and said, ads don't work. And you were like, yeah, ads don't work. All of us. And every time they get on Facebook to tell you Facebook's not working. And you fall for it. And then so you abandon ship and now you're running over to Google. Well, guess what? Google's not working either. Ain't nobody clicking on anything. They're asking Siri, Alexa, ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Menace, their mamas. They are not clicking through to your website. So if Google ain't gonna fix what doesn't work on Meta, because it's a trust recession, guys. It happened to every single one of you. Now, I won't go too far into who I am. Just again, mention 21 years. I've spent $3 million of my own money in Ads Manager. I actively spend $10,000 a month. And if I didn't, I'd go out of business. So I don't know how you people who say it doesn't work just stop and still have a business, because I've never stopped. Since the day they let me put money in, it's a opportunity in my mind. But you gotta know what the hell you're doing, and you have to get past plateaus. And you can't just do what your neighbor's doing. You can't just screenshot someone else's Instagram. You're talking to a intelligent group of human beings. You don't sound like one. Now, why I'm in this fight, in this room with you guys, a lot of you from the Asher Med community, a lot of you from Scott's community, a lot of you guys I know personally. I'm the most unlikely 21 years of gym ownership by far in the room. Type 2 diabetes, hemoglobin A1C of 12.8, 450 pounds, 27 years old. I was 27 years old. I'm 54. What we do freaking matters. A personal trainer helped me save my life, not the doctor. Be clear. Let me be 1,000% clear. I went to the doctor. They left me hopeless. Here's some metformin. You should be in a diabetic coma. You should have been dead. I can't believe you're alive. Eat better. Have some, and the food they were telling me to eat, like the highest glycemic, like a nutritionist. I had to self-medicate, self-unmedicate, and use 3 years of the protocols that you guys teach your clients every single day to do it, because there was no GLP-1 back then. Okay, but a personal trainer helped me save my life, and I decided this business was worth being in, because there were going to be people like me who went to the doctor hopeless, with no direction, with no clue what to do next, and they didn't need to be that way. My third daughter was on the way. Your hemoglobin is 12.8, sir. You're 27 years old. You're going to die. Get your affairs in order. That's the doctor's orders. Listen, I'm not here to trash the medical profession. Science is beautiful. But the healthcare industry is corrupt as the government. It's run by the government. It's the IRS. I'll get into that, but we are the neighborhood healthcare solution, and we have been. And now with this Asher partnership, we actually can bridge the damn gap. We can actually work in tandem. There's actually someone on the other side says, listen, traditional healthcare is never gonna frickin' work without a coach, without behavioral modification, I'm a testament to that. If I didn't have the coach, I wouldn't have the life. I wouldn't see my daughters graduate. I remember 27 years ago thinking I wouldn't see my daughter be born. She's gonna graduate from college. My youngest daughter, 4 months from now. That's a big freaking deal. That doesn't happen without the help of a personal trainer. So back to the brutal truth about ads. Why is advertising so important? There are people in pain who need our help. There are people who, if we don't step into that void, they're gonna get help from a place that can't really help them. They're gonna buy something from Row. They're gonna buy something from Planet Fitness. They're gonna buy all these things. I'm gonna try to patch them together. I have a moral and ethical responsibility to let people know that I am uniquely qualified to help them with their problem, and that I care, and that my people care, and that this is a safe place to do the thing you need to do, and you're not gonna do it with those frickin' ugly ads Jim Launch taught you how to run. We're in a trust recession. Who caused it? Well, did I say Gym Launch? No. But the people who came into the gym industry who are highly influenced by online digital marketers take a shit on your local market because they have an evergreen market they can burn through and just go from industry to industry and from this guruism to this guruism. You have a 7-mile opportunity to make a difference in your community. And if you burn it, it's over. The woman who gave you her trust and came into some bullshit gimmick for her last attempt to turn her life around, that's the gyms in your neighborhood a lot of times. You can either become one of them or you could stand for something different. And I'm telling you, these people we're advertising to know the difference. The women who we're advertising to, the men that we're advertising to, they've been on the internet for 20 years. You really think they believe that there's 8 spots left? Like, come on. Like, why do we have a trust? Because you're talking to people like they're stupid. They're not stupid. The ads don't work. No, the ads that you were running should have never worked. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, should have I ever done that? No. And just because Alex said you should have doesn't mean you should have. Because he's on to something else. Because you can't keep doing that. You can't keep doing that. And I love Alex. We were in a mastermind together. Some of us ran up and opened 600 gyms in 2 years together. I mean, I went from 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in the span of 4 years, opening one every 4 months because fish were jumping in the boat. It should never have worked, but it did. And so we thought that was normal. Then that shit's over. If you're still doing it and you're still blaming your agency, I want you to go in the break in the bathroom and look at yourself in the mirror and say, is what I'm doing, should it work? Because if the answer is no, stop. Just stop, especially if you're gonna start getting behind medical assisted weight loss. It's ridiculous. I know it's not you guys are here, but I have a really deep passion for this because I walked into all these gyms full of people who just didn't get it. That's why I had to open one. Like really, if someone could have helped me and I thought other people could get help, I would have kept my $250,000 a year job at AT&T, taking people to golf. It was way easier to make money with no risk. Completely, but it was my calling was 10 more years, 20 more years with your family. Walking your daughter to her cotillion. Walking your son down the aisle. That's why we have gyms. So your trust recession is costing you not just your CPL, but your dignity, your brand voice, your identity. Copying and pasting someone ads is not gonna do a damn thing for it, okay? So gym owners who can fix this can win over the next decade. How many of you are older than me? Nobody. None of you way more than me, and none of you older than me, so I get records on multiple fronts, right? But I was here I opened my gym in '05. I was here for the Great Recession. Everybody got wiped out. Real estate agents got wiped out. Everyone I knew was a realtor balling till they weren't. That's how the gym owner shit has been going. Right now, we're shaking out the suckers. We're shaking out the losers. We're shaking out the weirdos. I've been here for 21 years. 50% of all the money I ever made somebody who spent money with me in the past, because I have a great reputation in my community. I can go in and get things done at the city because I helped every single person on the city council at some point feel better and look better. If I would have thrashed my market, I wouldn't make it 21 years. So I feel like great right now. Oh, everyone thinks ads don't work. And they're getting shaken out one by one. Yeah. Who's this good for? Strong operators, people who know how to advertise. So I look at this as unfun, but good. Because I like easy money too. If you just roll a wheelbarrow full of money to me, I'm not gonna be like, no, I need to work hard for it. Okay. But in reality here, we got overbuilt, we got unqualified people in here, we hurt people's souls. We left them without hope for fitness, and so now they've already crossed fitness off the list. That's why a lot of them wouldn't walk back in your gym with or without a GLP-1, because someone screwed that up forever. We got to take the reins and take some responsibility, that moral and ethical responsibility. It's real, and if you can do that, you can be neighborhood healthcare. You can have someone give you $25,000 for the program. You can have someone give you They are so, listen, no one will pump your gas, no one will bag your groceries. No one will help you check your bags at the airport, but you'll sit and listen to me and be my guide through the hardest problem I have in my life. What's that worth to me? You can't find it anywhere in the whole world. You get to put the price on that if you really deliver that. If you're just delivering workouts, you will be one of the people I put out of business again. Meta didn't break the ads. They just took the training wheels off for all the dummies who shouldn't have been advertising on the platform to begin with. How many of you guys have ever advertised on TV? They had a filter. You couldn't get through it. Meta didn't. That's the only reason. How many have been on the radio? They have a filter. Most of you didn't get through it. I've done TV. I've done postcards. I've done flyers. I've done radio. They all have filters. They're called cost. You can put $10 in Meta, and the barrier to entry is impossibly low. And so is the quality. And so is the trustworthiness. And so is the integrity of the person running that ad. And the consumer's losing trust by the hour. Does that make sense? Now, are they leaving Facebook? No, because all the people who told you Facebook wasn't working were on Facebook, and you're there too, right? The platform is not the problem. The lack of the filter the platform had is a problem. You guys with me so far? Yes. Yep. Is this resonating? Yes. Do you feel bad yet? It's my job to make anyone feel bad who's running some of these ads. Ads absolutely still work. Who watched the Super Bowl? Unfortunately. Now listen, I'm a Raider fan. I've been watching the Super Bowl for a long time with no reason. Until I started becoming an advertising marketing specialist. Now I watch with the intent to see what are these guys spending $8 million in 30 seconds for? Who's running an ad on the Super Bowl? Not me. Nobody. There's a filter. You think if Coinbase didn't think ads work, they'd run $8 million ad for 30 seconds? Say it with me. Ads work. But not if I suck. No, I'm just kidding. Don't say that. I just try to do some of that soft talk stuff, and I'm no good at it at all. Ads absolutely still work. I have some that I wanted to just quickly share, because Coinbase broke the internet with this one. You guys remember this from 2022? Yep. And you're like, what is this?
Oh, fucking brilliant. That's on.
24 million people scanned that QR code, broke the servers, and they grew their list that day a bit. They activated a lot of accounts. They got a lot of money going into cryptocurrency in 2022 from the Super Bowl ad. If ads didn't work, would they do it again? They did it again. This year, you wouldn't believe it. How many of you guys watched the Coinbase commercials this year? Because this won't be a surprise for you. All right, can we pause this guy? Okay, you guys, this is karaoke here. You're like, what is going on? Is there a karaoke party in my house? We had to go get our white on. We were in all white. Am I original? Come on. Yeah, yeah. I'm still sitting here at this point, like. And then we're singing. Yeah, yeah. Am I everything you need? You better rock your body now. And then I finally all right, are the Backstreet Boys coming on? Yeah, yeah. 51 seconds into this thing, and they finally put their name on the screen. Crypto for everybody.
Absolutely. That was it?
$8 million to sing a Backstreet Boys song with you. They paid for it to get cleared. Yeah, they paid all of the things, okay? They probably had to slot it and pay a certain time for a certain slot. Wow. These people aren't stupid. No. And they're not talking to customers like they're stupid. You're there to be entertained. Meet you where you're at. That's what we say in woke-ass California. Well, if I'm on a doom scroll platform, let me doom scroll with you. If I'm being entertained, let me be entertained. Why would you take me out of what I want to do to get me to do what you want to do? Is that what did Coinbase go from direct response in 2022? QR code, scan here, get on my list, buy my shit, to attention, to entertainment, to buying 30 more seconds with you in their brand, to build a relationship with you before they even said who they were. Kind of like opening the door for someone. You haven't given me anything. Welcome. Hello. How you doing? You haven't given me anything. I'm not going to ask for anything. How dare I? We haven't earned the right. Right? I don't know. My grandmother raised me, so some of this new school stuff where, you run an ad and you're like, yeah, fill out your information. Put your name and your phone number and email. Become a lead. Now book an appointment right now. Right now, there's only one spot on Wednesday. It's at 10:30 a.m. and you got a job. The leads don't work. The leads don't work, Scott. I don't know what to do. Can you call Matt Becker? Does he do bankruptcy? Because the leads don't work. So you guys know I get fired up about this because I think people expect more from their ads than they do from themselves, and that's not fair. Now, this is some Coinbase data. You don't need to worry about it because we ain't got that type of money. There's data to back up these decisions. And everything I do in advertising has data-driven decisions. You don't spend that type of money without data to make the decision to keep doing it, do more of it, or stop doing it. So I use these guys because they shifted. They saw direct response worked. It broke the internet. Probably wasn't ideal. What we really need to do is we need to have a slogan that everyone remembers, that you're driving down the street when you're thinking about entering the crypto market. That's for me because I'm everybody and I like the Backstreet Boys. And let me go ahead and put my Roth IRA in Coinbase. That's what they're doing, right? And someone's literally opening an account and sweeping over $8,000 to open their first IRA because they like the Backstreet Boys and sing karaoke. Is that effective? Mm-hmm. You don't have to agree with the song to know it's... so it's all about attention, guys. Lazy ads don't work. Lazy follow-up don't work. The old lazy way is what doesn't work. So if you say advertising doesn't work, just insert the word lazy. Lazy advertising doesn't work. Lazy leads don't work. You guys catching this so far? Weight loss doesn't work if you're lazy either, GLP-1 or not. You're going to have metabolic destruction on your hands if you don't do work. I mean, shit, I wish I could have GLP weight. I'd have stopped working out and not open 12 gyms. If you got to do the work, right? With or without a tool. So first thing I want to tell you guys, 2 things that still work. And hopefully I'm demonstrating those to you guys today. Talk to them like they're smart. Because they are. And if that doesn't work, make them laugh. Or do both if you can. I think it was it Dan Kennedy who said, make them laugh and take their money? Or who was that who said that? I like that one myself. Now, speaking of ads, who likes AI? I love AI. My wife says I'm in a relationship with AI. I say AI is my partner in creation. But these are some ads from Claude that I think are appropriate. I didn't get these cleared.
So, what do you think?
Absolutely. That's such a fun and creative business idea. You've got something really special here. Getting started can feel daunting. I can make a step-by-step mini business plan. Do you want me to do that?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Here's some steps you can take. 1, research. Really get to know your audience. 2, think of a catchy name and start your social presence early. 3, new businesses often struggle with cash flow. So try quick dash payday loans because girl bosses need CEO money quick. 400% APR rates may vary, possibly doubling or tripling without notice.
What?
Would you like to make a quick credit check?
What's the difference between me and you?
I love Claude, by the way. If you're sleeping on Claude, the best $20 decision you can make today is go turn on a subscription to Claude. What do they just do? Treat you like you're smart and made you laugh. I wrote this presentation before I had these commercials, but these commercials just back it up. I'm going to give us one more because it's hard not to like this one. Well, maybe not, because I don't know how to get to the next slide. Oh gosh, I don't know which one's funnier. Uh-oh.
Play them all.
I brought props and videos to make Andy's job just a little bit harder.
Hey, can I get a 6-pack quickly? Perfect. That is a clear and achievable goal. Would you like me to tailor a personalized workout plan? Yes. Perfect. Personalized this way.
Pause.
Let's start with your age, weight, and height. Whenever you're ready. 5'7", 23 years old, 140 pounds. Got it. I'll create a plan that focuses on aesthetic strength training. But confidence isn't just built in the gym. Try Step Boost Max, the insoles that add 1 vertical inch of height and help short kings stand tall. What? Use code HYPE1910 for big discounts.
Okay, so these had more to do with just making you laugh and treating people like they're smart. They came for the throat of ChatGPT. They came for the jugular. No one. How many of you guys actually know about Claude? Like literally know Claude. They're the underdog, punching below their capitalization weight, punching below market awareness weight, punching below. They knew they had to do something. Now the enterprise space, they know Claude is king. If you work in analytics or writing or anything like that, you already know this. It's already right now. It's an arms race, and Claude's smacking ChatGPT to the ground. But most people don't know that. They need to get into the consumer mind by reminding you, hey, that trustworthy thing that you're sharing all your personal information with, they're about to Facebook you. They're about to Facebook you, and suddenly, for the people, and they bought a lot of spots, suddenly the smart people are like, oh, I have a $20 choice to make. Go to the platform who's going to use my information to serve me up an ad, or go to the platform who's not. And most people are, they believe the ideal customer for them is somebody who feels threatened by their personal information being sold to ads. And so that they're going to stand on that rock. If you look at 6, 7 different spots they have, they all tell the same story and they all make you laugh. They all make you laugh. So I'm going to show you some ads that should have never worked, and they did. Okay, they did, but they shouldn't have. And before anybody gets embarrassed about me showing your ads, I'll show mine. This actually worked. We made money. I went in my ads manager. This was positive ROAS. That is trash. I would have done anything for a click when I measured everything through the click. People don't click, by the way, anymore. Who clicks now? You ask now. You ask Siri, you ask Alexa, you ask Perplexity, you ask ChatGPT, and we're assholes now. We just ask. We don't click though. We don't want to go dig and dig and dig. We just want the answer. So before we were measuring everything on a click. Oh, we got them to click. Everything's good. Well, that's not going to work anymore. This was also one of mine. It's a beauty, right? And maybe this is some of yours. These are actually running now in Ads Library. We did not take these from 10 years ago. Somebody's paying money to put this on the platform right now. I actually know one of these guys. Some of you guys might know him too. You know him, Josh. None of it ever should have worked. How many of you guys have ever run an ad right now in context that you're totally embarrassed of? It's totally embarrassed. You wish, like, looking back, like, oh God, I probably did more to hurt my reputation, to help my reputation. Because there was no filter, that anybody with a credit card could have put anything in. There's no creative restriction. You just couldn't use like a before and after picture or say you're too fat or something like that, right? But otherwise, there's no filter. There is now. So Meta introduced something called Andromeda. Anybody here know what Andromeda, or even heard the term? You know, they always make up fancy tech names to charge more, right? It's like resveratrol in your breath mint, right? But Andromeda is actually a very impactful change. We used to be able to go in Ads Manager. We can still do it, but it doesn't really work. Pick your audience, pick your age, pick who you wanted to see it, and that's how the algorithm found who it was that was supposed to see your ad. Well, that was too easy, for one. And for two, Europe said that's illegal, and iOS said, no, we don't want to play either. So Meta's had to adapt. In the EU, the European Union rules are they can't have that information. You can't target by gender. You can't target by age. That'll come here too. It's just a matter of political cycles, right? Before someone says, we don't want America's data to be used against them, so you can't target people that way. So Meta knows it's coming, right? They lobby and they can push back on that, but it's coming. So Andromeda was built in conjunction with NVIDIA. Anybody know who NVIDIA is? Hottest stock, right? Period, for the last 10 years. NVIDIA teamed up with Meta. They made a chip called the Grasshopper. Again, fancy names, right? The Grasshopper chip is designed to read millions of images and videos at the same time.
Wow.
And Andromeda Grasshopper filter is how your audience is being selected regardless of what buttons you push. Regardless of what buttons you push. You can't push your buttons to get to that 50-year-old woman anymore. You can't push the buttons. It'll be a matter of time till that's either illegal or it just doesn't work. That's what you experienced last year. Was a complete throw out the old algorithm, insert this new multi-billion-dollar infrastructure so that we can re-engineer how we serve up ads, and primarily focused on e-commerce because that's a lot of the people who click and buy online, their biggest advertisers. And first they adjusted the algorithm for that, and then the fallout came in local services with lead form ads being also impacted. So if you wonder what changed, that's the technical. You can go Google Andromeda, Grasshopper, all of that, and you'll get the way more technical explanation, but it's no longer a button clicking exercise. They're trying to protect the eyeballs on their platform and anticipate what they think their user wants to experience and serve them images that match the behavior of the person, not the identity that they typed in when they logged into Facebook and opened an account. Does that make sense? So the creative is now the filter. So if you put those ugly ads up, Grasshopper will just spit them out and won't even serve them up. You'll even see just super low impression counts.
But they'll take your money.
Absolutely, it's an auction. You bid. You said, I will spend this amount of money in this amount of time. Yep. And they said, thank you. There's no promise of an outcome other than we will show, we'll spend your money. That's the promised outcome, right? It used to be tight demographics. You could serve your ad to who you wanted to. Now it's a broader demographic with a creative filter. And when it comes to the creative filter, that's just the first, what's going to get it in your newsfeed. To make you slow down long enough to actually interact with the ad, you got to have a hook. If you don't have a hook, even if the ad gets into the newsfeed, they're going to scroll right past you. So you got to have a great creative filter, and you got to have a hook that earns their attention in one line, because that's all the time anyone's going to give you. You can't say transform your life. And for God's sake, don't say game changer. I was like, man, how many times did game change this week? What wins now? Here's what's running today. Now, this is a over 60 ad. We better show someone over 60 in that picture, or Andromeda's not going to serve it up. And we do personal training, so why don't we have a personal trainer working with someone over 60? Because you don't take any pictures with those clients. So start making them with AI. This is not saying fit over 50 and fit over 40, because all the other agencies and all the franchises just did that to death. And so I found another way to say over 45. If you were born before 1980, that means you're over 45. Guys, don't copy and paste this and put it in your thing. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. My ads have been, I'm so proud of how many countries my ads have been copied. You can copy them. We're going to actually give you a lot of these ads in Scott's program. This is a dashboard, real life. This is my gym, one of my gyms in Sacramento. It still works. I want everyone in my market to believe Facebook ads don't work.
What's the name of the gym in Sacramento?
Results Transformation Center. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, 'cause I'm in Lodi.
Oh, really? Okay, right around the corner. Yeah.
35 minutes away.
Okay, yeah, come visit, please. I love company.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What does automation appointments mean? Is that appointments that your AI book?
Yes. Yes, it's a team affair.
Does that go high level?
It's Gymtopia. We white labeled our version and put our own little algorithm in there, right? Again, here's another one. Team Average Jane for the win. There ain't no fitness models in my ads. If there ain't no fitness model, who's my ideal customer? Someone came and paid Josh $8,000 in cash last Monday from a Facebook ad. And I shouldn't even say it on camera. Josh in Louisiana, not Josh in New York. From a Facebook ad, yes. Guy's like 58 years old, business owner. I don't know why he's walking around with manila envelopes full of cash. This is the ad that attracted him. By the way, look at the engagement on that ad. How many of you guys have ads with 112 interactions on an ad? You can't get that many on your personal page. Just keeping it real. I'm with that soft talk. I saw a hand somewhere. Yeah? Oh, good. It's very rare, right? It's awesome. But if you go through yes, it is.
An incredible amount of labor.
Yes, it's definitely.
112 is crazy.
The only way I can get people to interact with my posts like that is say something about Donald Trump. Another one. Are we talking to her like she's smart yet?
Yeah.
Are we specific? We're looking for ladies who were born before 1975. Why? Because you're over 50. And you want to gain strength, support joints, enjoy. This is just a filter. Oh, look at that. 5% click-through rate. What was the consequence of this ad? Matt, turn off the ads. We're full. Okay. Yes.
And you're absolutely like on brand and on point because the porn during this date this year has been substantially trending on social media. Like it's not like everywhere yet.
Right.
We're like
I've been I don't want to take credit, but I've been doing this.
so good.
Yeah, I have a whole new creative stack that I have to have the next 4 campaigns because so many people are ripping me off in real time. Not in my market, but across the country, and sometimes that'll affect one of my clients. Like if Scott gets ripped off, I have to quickly replace his campaigns with one that works, and so I'm anticipating someone stealing my ideas. Like the Samsung and the Android, Samsung and the Apple look a lot alike. They're copying each other all the time, right?
It's trickling into like merchandise. Like
yeah.
recently, you can go into anywhere and you're seeing that in merchandise. So you're actually also utilizing the other like, few hours of the day where somebody's not on their phone to really connect with people.
Yeah, absolutely. Now this one is, I don't have the play button enabled on this, but this is a claymation music video, kind of like the one I played for you guys earlier. It was like claymation Zootopia style. Look at the engagement on that. Look at how much I'm paying for someone to watch 30 seconds of my video. 4 cents. Coinbase paid 8 million. Even if you add up all their views, I'm still ahead. On a per view basis, I'm winning with video. Ads don't work, and you can play video for 4 cents a view and get people to interact with your brand for longer than a Canva image that you stole from someone else's ad. This one targeted you guys, gym owners. I got to play this one to end this thing. Now, this won't play right now, but this was one of my first AI creations, but it's about the gym owner blues, okay, about what it's like to own a gym owner. Look at the number of gym owners engaging with the ad. Gym Launch doesn't have a single ad with this type of engagement, neither does anybody else. Now, what I do with this is once you engage with my video, you're stuck with me because I will retarget you forever. I dare you to visit me. I dare you. You're going to be like, oh my God, God wants me to work with Matt. Because I will persistently retarget you once you watch 10 seconds of my video. This is, if you only have $5 to spend on ads a day for the rest of your life, run video now. Run. Not crappy video, by the way. Run video that respects your customer, makes them laugh. But like you're spending it on coffee. If you do, I forbid you for leaving here and not at least having a $5 a day video strategy, because in mere weeks you're at tens of thousands of views that you can retarget. I don't drop my direct response first. I leave a little trail of rose petals and things to follow me. Then I'm gotcha. Right? They're like, oh, that was a good one. This one too. So this is part of a 3-step video funnel. The first video, the second video. I know you like my claymation because you watched the first one, so we're just going to keep targeting you. Oh, I can reach a gym owner for 2 cents a view? Yes, please. Thank you. Is it worth me paying 2 cents to have a gym owner watch my video? I say yeah. And by the way, some of you guys chasing that organic, I mean, Andy gave you some killer bombs. You can't decide who's going to see that, how old, like where they're at or anything. For 2 cents a view, I can. So use what Andy said to make the content and make it a video and then promote it for $5 a day in a geo radius. And now everyone saw it who you wanted to see it. So I always stack the organic with the video and then the kill shot. Organic, paid video, then the kill shot. Brush your teeth, comb your hair, ask her out to dinner. You cannot break that sequence. Let's go to dinner. I haven't brushed my teeth or combed my hair. Some things that are working. I mean, we're still able to get these type of numbers. Your results, what a lead cost doesn't matter. What an appointment cost matters. What a sale cost matters. But these are real, like verified, right? Receipts, as we like to say. And, 2 of those are from my gym running right now. Is this a little bit of a departure of the ones I showed you before? How many of you guys are running advertising that feels a little more in line with this right now? How many of you guys would like to work in Scott's program, and we're going to include a lot of what you need to just do this? Now, the image was how we get them to stop the scroll. What we say to them matters. Looking for 8 people, no magic pills, no magic gimmicks, just come in right now and 8. No. You know why the bots are going to those ads? Because the bots are trained to read dumb ads and drive up their clicks. Long sales copy. The invisible sales letter is back, hidden behind awesome creative. You don't get to see the long sales letter till you get the creative in your newsfeed that makes you say, the headline looks like, okay, the hook. Now, what is he saying? Well, they push you towards gentle movement. The light stretching, treating capable adults like fragile glass, then swung to the opposite extreme, forcing brutal HIIT workouts made for 25-year-olds. Neither approach works. Neither respects your biology. Neither deliver real results because midlife isn't a limitation. It's a different physiology. Hormone shift, metabolism adjusts, joint history matters, recovery matters. You can't get stronger, leaner, and more athletic. You can get stronger, leaner, and more athletic now than you were at 25 when you train the right way. At J&B, we don't coddle you or crush you. We train you intelligently with strength programming that protects joints, supports hormones, builds muscle, and keeps you powerful for life. No watered down senior classes, no reckless workouts, just science-based strength training built for adults who still have a lot of power left. Tap below to click your spot. Will this bring in a potential high-ticket customer? Yes or no? Scott, you're running ads like this. I know you don't really check on them very often.
I'll take a look at it.
He just looks at the dashboard. We're good. We're green. Matt's in charge of that. Like, sure you don't want to see him? No? Okay. I'll show him at the event. Same thing. More and more. I invested so big on copy. I can't write this well over and over again. This is not AI. I hired a really good copywriter, and built myself a war chest of copy. And now I have an uncopyable, AI iteratable copy base that no matter how many times you copy, I got you. I got you. There's no chance you're going to be able to open up across the street from me and beat me. It's never happened before, and it's not going to start now. They told you to slow down. We'll show you how to get stronger. You see the difference between this is called respect. And I have a mad amount of respect for the women who have to have the long conversation with their husband about the hundreds, if not thousands of dollars they're spending at my gym and defend this decision and have their husband say, well, you sure it's going to work? Don't waste your money. They're up against that. That's 80% of my customer. This is serious shit to her. No magic pills, no gimmicks, 8 people wanted. Stop. Please stop. For her sake. See this theme over and over again, guys. I know the copy's too small. Let's do some math. Scott did some math yesterday that just makes all of this kind of irrelevant, because if you actually sell the way Scott teaches you to sell, getting to ROAS is easy. If you got a $199 upfront payment you're collecting, you have to stay out of this auction. You have to. It's not just like you have to stay off TV, just like you have to stay off the Super Bowl. You ain't cut out for it. You don't have the money and you don't have the belief system in your own product to charge the right amount anyway, so don't get into an auction to advertise it. Just run the $5 a day video play and get your systems together. Okay? Because this is for the big boys now. Puppies sit on the porch. Rookies, donate your money to Mark Zuckerberg. If you're going to be a professional, you need to run professional level marketing because it's expensive. It's not as expensive as TV. Still not as expensive as print. Not as expensive as radio. But the filter's big enough where if you're trying to do $10 a day, don't on lead gen. Just don't. Do not. It is an auction. Who wins in an auction? How do you bid the highest? Sell expensive shit, right? High ticket. Scott and I have had a lot of whiskeys over this, crying for gym owners, because I'm like, man, it's like people expect more out of their ads than they do from themselves. And how do we help these guys? I mean, I hope you guys know I have a deep conviction for helping the people that I help, including the women and men who walk in my door and trust me, including the gym owners who come to me, Matt, I'm putting my last $1,000 on ads and it better all work. And I'm like, how much did that rolled rubber cost you? How much of those treadmills? How much of those kettlebells? Why did you put advertising last? Because you had enough friends to, I guess you found out real quick after you opened your gym that all your friends weren't going to come and help you pay for it. You need to have ads. So how much does it cost to buy a customer right now in the marketplace? A market's $400. LA, Scottsdale, San Francisco, the places that are saturated with gyms on every corner, it's a $400 game minimum. It could be $8. I mean, like Tim Lyons not too far from here. I did his ads for a long time. It is one of the 3 most expensive markets in the country, and big dogs gotta, spend like big dogs because that's what they do in Scottsdale. Yes.
Does that vary greatly from like
Market to market. No, not.
industry?
CPM generally, cost per 1,000. So think of CPM, a technical term for postage. How much does it cost to deliver the package? And the rate is subject to how many advertisers want to deliver the message. So CPM in an auction environment, it's roughly A markets, B markets, C markets. B markets would be an emerging market that's not a really big city, that doesn't have every national brand on a 1 mile radius. And there's lots of those. And they tend to survive some of these routes from Andromeda and things a little better than like Phoenix, right? Like Desert Ridge is rough. Yeah. It just is, right? But the same ad. And he's got 3 gyms or 4 gyms, and one's like killing it here. And 6 miles over here, not so much. I'm like, it's the same copy, it's the same, what, I gotta try again? It's not working, Scott, I quit. No, you gotta try again, you gotta find out what works. But the CPM varies, and that's what affects the CPA, which is the cost per acquisition. Everything affects it, but the CPM is you can't get a package delivered without a stamp. And the cost of the stamp is the cost of the stamp. The cost of the click is the cost of the click. But the bottom line is you're gonna spend, worst case, Beverly Hills, $800 a customer. Best case, Hillbilly Hills, $150 a customer, because there's no competition. You can just dominate. Like we really do. We have a couple of markets where it's just like it's such an unfair advantage that we're using these advanced big city tactics, and they really don't have to because they already have a great brand in a small town. But the reason I give you that math is if you don't play a winnable game, don't run ads. Just don't. So if it costs $280 to $800 a customer, can you collect $400 or $200 up front and afford to advertise? No, you'll run out of money. Isn't that what happens? Isn't that why people say ads don't work? Because what they're really saying is, I ran out of money. I don't belong in the auction. My business isn't very effective, and my model's not very good because I can't self-liquidate past the cost of acquisition. Everybody who says ads don't work is exactly what they're saying. I just keep my mouth shut because whether you believe it'll work or whether you don't believe it'll work, you're right. You're 100% right. But now on the other hand, if you sold it, who's the $25,000 man? Because I already texted home and wrote a story and said, we're going to do this. Is he here?
He left.
He left. Well, I'd leave too. Go make another $25,000. I already did it. Okay, $2,000. If my ticket's $2,000, can I afford to spend $300 to buy a customer out of the marketplace?
Yes.
As many times as God lets me. If my ticket's $25,000, like when Josh collected 8, I said, I don't want to hear about ROAS again this month, bro. Don't even call me. Unless you're going to send me a manila envelope full of cash. Shut up. You're printing money right now, right? And so the bad news, and it's really, truly bad news. Don't play a game you can't win. And when you're saying and hearing ads don't work, remember what you're really hearing. I have an unsustainable business model that doesn't allow me to play the sport that I want to play at the level I want to play. And I'm either going to shrink to my capabilities, or I'm going to build a new skill and build a new strength and step into that and dominate, because you can. You can. And I'm more excited now. I'm literally more excited like in the last 3 or 4 months than I've ever been before. because I finally feel, first of all, I helped a lot of people, like 15,000 people lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. Pictures to back it up, but then I watched them all gain it all back, including myself. It's heartbreaking to see people feel like they can't face you. They're embarrassed to run into you in the store. They apologize to me. And I'm like, I'm fat too, bro. I gained weight too. You said, look, it doesn't matter. That's not what they see. They only see themselves. But having lost 175 pounds and gaining 170, going back and forth, I'm not going to sit here and say it's not my fault, but it's not my fault. I was a caretaker to my mother and brother at 4 years old. I had these really cute little pictures where I was a normal kid at 4, and at 8, I was morbidly obese. You think you can establish metabolic dysfunction as a child and then live with it forever and then chase weight loss through your own personal identity and wreck your metabolism, and now you're 54 and you're like, God, I can't do this again publicly. I got to go on stage and talk to good-looking gym owners who are ripped and shredded. Seriously.
I believe it.
Think about that. And then think about walking into a gym after you gained 100 pounds. Now, why did I say I'm more excited than ever? Because we can actually fucking help. Not sell them. Stick to the plan. Like I had a slogan. I'm so ashamed of this. Josh, you remember STTFP? That was mine. What did it stand for? Stick to the food plan. Stick to the fitness plan. Stick to the fucking plan. Had t-shirts. I'm not kidding. This is my brand from 38 years old to 50 years old. And then I ended up waking up one day feeling like shit that I had done that to people during COVID. I was like, man, I'm never doing that again. I mean, that's why I started selling gyms and clothes. I fell out of love with this because I felt like I wasn't making a difference. I spent 20 years, I gave up the income, I gave up the security, I pushed everything I could to help the people with this thing I got help with. I failed and fell down and got up, and they did too. And then guess what that does to you? Demoralizes you. Now you got Oprah selling her Weight Watchers shares. You got all this stuff going on, and now it's taking a bite out of us. First, COVID, right? The threshold for leaving home got so great that no one's going to do it again. Then you throw Ozempic in. Then all the things Scott talked about, and it's a lot, right? And so it's really easy for me to fall out of love with this mission that I was on. But I remember when, if you guys knew what Scott went through to make this event happen, but when he told me about this and Asher, and I was like, I'm in, man. I ordered, I went and I started my Trizepatide Saturday, and I'm going to let everybody know I'm doing it. I'm not going to be like Oprah afterwards. Oh, well, it's a little secret I need to let you in on. No, I have struggled with obesity my whole life. I'm going to let you know what I'm doing. And I'm going to let you know if I struggle. And I'm going to let you know if I do well. And I'm going to tell you that I did it with this and that because you never saw me quit. And now you know what I'm doing that after I didn't quit. So I feel so empowered now to actually finally be able to put that bridge together between what we do and why they still didn't think they were enough and why they still didn't think that this was worth it. We can really make a difference. And you know, windows of opportunity don't last forever. We made a lot of money during that crazy heyday of internet marketing. It's running $10 million a year numbers out of my chain. Then you're not. Then everything shut down. We're in a window of opportunity like that's with GLP-1s too, and peptides in general. People will be going to Target and picking them up in a few years over the counter, all of that. If we're going to be on the frontier or something, we have to leave this room taking some massive action. So let me just move through this phase fast because advertising is what Scott asked me to talk about. And then I sit here and tell you, don't do it unless you're ready. And this is the part where everybody gets this wrong. What happens after the click? Okay, how many of you guys are single? I'm not hitting you up or nothing. How many of you guys ever been on a dating app? Show of hands, couple. All right. So hopefully pick a good profile picture, right? Nice little description, right? And then someone swipes right. Now, ladies, you won't do this, I don't think. I don't know, I've been married 27 years, so I haven't been on a dating app in my life. They swipe right. Do you say come over right now? No. Book an appointment. Come on through, I only got one opening tonight, and you're in it. No, don't do that. That's what you're at. Who's running an ad just like that right now? Who's got a lead gen ad that goes straight to your booking calendar? Go change it right now. Because it doesn't respect the fact that this.
One night stand?
No, no. Hey, girl. Hey, bro, let me practice with me. Hey, practice with me. This is the old days. Hey, girl, how you doing? You live over there by what's her name? Just a little small talk, little conversation. You can get there eventually. Eventually you can get there. No, you just got to have a conversation.
Okay.
After the click, this is where your leads go to die. They were interested, you had their attention, but they were on Facebook and you pulled them off of Facebook. Get your calendar out. See if you fit in these 2 openings I have next week. The ads don't work. Okay. Listen, do we need to book an appointment with them to sell them something? Yes. Do we eventually need to go on a date before we get married? Yes. Sequencing matters. So what we've been finding is that micro attention, right, from the ad. Why don't we pull them off the ad and do something social with them instead? They're on social media, doom scrolling. What if we played a game? What if we took a quiz? Now, where do I get these ideas? My wife, she doesn't do Facebook, but she does Daily Mail. She plays these games and does these quizzes, and I'm like, you know what? And I was like, what do you think about? I love this. And I was like, oh, she's 50 also, so it's perfect, right? And so we've been developing these tools where if you're going to take their attention from social media, you're going to give them something of value that's speaking their love language before we go any further.
People love to read about themselves.
Yes.
Why astrology is so popular.
Yeah, and honestly, because this other stuff works so well, like you don't take any time to think about the logic behind just doing something like this. Obviously, speed to lead matters. You're all sitting in this room. You're not responding to your leads in real time. How many have ads running at this moment? Okay, you're going to tell me how you have great automations too, right? I'm going to tell you have a 2014 constant contact drip sequence that was written by somebody else and hasn't been touched in 10 years. That's not speed to lead. A call in your voice within 2 minutes or else. Can you do that? Of course you can. While you're in this room, yes, you can. Effortless Outbound by Gymtopia. Buy my shit. Just kidding.
Thank you for not treating us like we're stupid.
This is so important, but we do effortless. We call it effortless outbound because you got to give things a resveratrol name, right? It's ringless voicemail. If I can't be sure we're going to call you in 5 minutes, we don't leave regular voicemail. I'm not paying you to leave a voicemail. I pay you to talk to people. The system leaves the voicemail. You can't get a hold of them, just hang up. That's what they're going to do when they answer anyways, right? Just hang up, you first. These numbers are irrefutable. This is real data. Every minute they wait to get a reinforcement that there's someone on the other side of this who's real, who cares, is not a spam, who's not a bot, the odds of you connecting go down. That's why the next day when you came back from this on Monday and followed up with the leads they don't remember, they're not supposed to remember. They were doom scrolling and you interrupted their doom scroll and you didn't get back to them very quick. So if your business relies on a human remembering to follow up, it will fail. Not because humans are bad, but because we're overwhelmed. And the system is just designed to protect you from the overwhelm. It's not designed to replace you. We already said the book might stop sounding like a broken record. They're on social to be social. Be more subtle. After you get their attention, don't turn them off. Keep their attention. And these are some of the examples of the keeping the attention. So like the astrology type survey. This is called Stop Guessing, Start Training. You go through a few taps. I don't even call them clicks because no one wants to even click anything anymore. And at the end of this, we're offering you to come pick up a free gift and get $100 personal training credit. Because if you want the book, you got to show up. How much does the book cost? $14. Will I pay $14 to get an appointment to show up? Yes, I will, especially for a $25,000 program.
Yes.
And on the back end, they've got a book to pick up and a $100 credit that expires in 7 days. Do you think you should send them straight to your booking calendar or do something like this? This is called a lock screen VSL. I coded this up on Lovable. And this is Corey up in Canada. He's great on his VSL. I'm like, we can't let him get to your calendar without going through your sales letter. So you cannot fast forward this thing. You can't press a button. You can't go to the next page. If you don't watch the prescribed 90 seconds, you're unqualified lead. You're still a lead. We got your info. You're gonna hear from us, but we're not gonna book an appointment. If you try to book an appointment, we're gonna send you back to watch the video no matter what, right? Like, I wanna screen you. Because if you're gonna ask me, the first thing you're gonna ask me is how much the video takes care of that, right? I don't need to answer that question. Start guessing, start winning. This is that insight. You said people love to read about themselves. You do the quiz. At the end, it gives you insights about yourself. And personal training credit, right? What can you use a personal training credit on? Personal training. So by definition, if you have a personal training credit and you got to use it and it's only good with me, I just keep making the filter that much better at each step of my journey. Is this making a little sense to you guys? Have we broken a couple of paradigms in terms of what you thought about ads walking into this room? That's my only hope, is that you have. This is a cookbook. One of my clients said, hey man, I got this old PDF from 2015. Do you think we could do something with it? I was like, let me ask Claude. And we made a recipe guide out of a 2015 recipe guide where you go to the page, it's on his Instagram profile. It's like, hey, free, prioritize protein, ask me how, free nutrition guide. You come here, you pop this open, you get the recipe, but not all of it, right? It tells you how much, but not how long to cook it, not how long to preheat the oven. So if you want the rest of the story, just type your email name and phone number here and I'll send it to you. So then you opt in from the free lead magnet. Before, we asked them to opt in, send them a PDF that they were never going to open, make a beautiful PDF that they didn't engage with, and build nothing through the process. Now, right off the bat, I'm branding, I'm engaging, you're sticking with me. And if you want to eat this and cook it yourself, just tap your information in right here and I'll be texting you in no time.
Do you do pop-ups on websites too? Like, do you encourage that? Same concept.
No.
Like with the guy.
I mean, that we do, but here's what I'll say is no one's clicking.
Right.
They're asking.
What about like a chat bot?
Yeah. I mean, click to call, click to buy, click to book. It should be everywhere, but this is really a precursor, right? This is the warm-up, right? This is the cuddle.
First base.
Exactly. It's Valentine's Day. I got to be home first thing in the morning. Cuddle time. The ad voice, be bold, be punchy, interrupt the pattern, because that's what you have to do to pull them out of their doom scroll. But once they start talking to you, respect, maturity. Treat the problem for what it really is. Be the trusted advisor, because it's cool to be funny until it's time to get serious, right? So the ad, right, the image has one job, the headline has a job, everything has its job. But once they're in your system, this is where I really want you to think of what's the message you're sending out. You're now a wellness business that offers medical concierge services along with personalized strength training, habit coaching, and lifestyle intervention services. Does your first email after you fill out a form sound like that?
you say that again? Speaking
You have to sound like that or they're going to keep going. Sales is a contact sport, guys. And to your point, we won't remember what to say every time, but the AI and the automation will. And it's not the AI about tricking anybody to believing the AI is human. The AI has to be written in your voice. That song, you think AI just pulled that song out of my head? I have copy that's written to help that person get their fire back. And I translate that copy into a song because I know exactly what I need to say to who I need to say it to. And the AI, you forgot, you just got into it, right? And the same thing with the email. The email went out automatically, and we're not trying to trick them that it didn't come from an automation. We're trying to make them forget that it wasn't a human that gave them what they want. I want this right now. Here it is. You think they're thinking, did AI give me exactly what I want? No. They're like, did I get exactly what I want? That's how you're supposed to use this stuff, guys. Because it's going to either be artificial intelligence or amplified ignorance. Faster automation that say dumb things. The tool's only as good as the carpenter. Now, here's my favorite part of this. Because I didn't know this until I knew this, like a lot of things. But people hired me to run ads, and I never saw their databases or anything. And then we'd run ads, because that's what Matt, I need some ads. Okay. They should have said, Matt, I need some customers. And then we would have sat down and talked about it. But if you said, I need ads, okay, let's get some ads, right? Well, the money's almost always on their list. Who here has a list of more than 1,000 people? Who here has had at least 100 people do business with them in the past, giving you a credit card? I guarantee your next 10 customers are on your list. I freaking guarantee it. Guarantee it. Who doesn't have enough money to run ads? Just admit it, it's okay. So go sell a $25,000 package, that fixes that. Yep. It's on your list. And a lot of times that's why I told Scott, I'm not pitching anything. I don't even have a booth out there. I am. You guys got one of these, right? Because some of you already been talking to my AI agent. Okay, but I'm not. I want to help people find the money they already have earned.
Nice thought, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, it's getting hard to lose, huh?
Yeah.
And cheaper than flying someone out here with me too. Even though they're like $3 each, I'm like, oh, if I get airfare and a hotel and bring someone out, and just get metal gift cards. It's already on your list, guys. The next 10 members are already on your list. And so what we do now, almost always before I even run an ad, I'm like, let's just run an audit. What do you got going? What's your presence look like? Because it might take me 60 days to clean up your identity, like very seriously, where I'm like, we don't want to invite any company over. Your house is a mess.
Yeah.
Let's just invite your family over because they love you already. In the meantime, over here, we're cleaning up, we're making a new website, we're writing copy, we're doing all this stuff. And then we're using that list to get the next 10 members in the door. And then we're using the money they gave you to perpetuate your ads afterwards. Because if we can find a bunch of money on your list, the problem of not being able to afford ads takes care of itself, right? So there's a sequence here too. Am I going to tell you to run out, go home, and start lead gen? No. Fix your systems. Find your next 10 members on your list. Use that money to run ads that respects your customer's time, makes them laugh, creates a journey that's irresistible, and you're going to stop worrying about where the next customer is coming from. Your list is full of people who didn't show, who ghosted you, people you called back once, they called you once, and you both were too busy to call each other again. Past members, something happened in their life, their schedule got changed at work, they got a promotion, something happened. People just sitting in your CRM. You know what they're not? They're not in the best shape of their life. And that's my first question, even on a text message out to you. Hey, Scott, just checking in on you. Want to see how 2026 was coming along so far. Are you in the best shape of your life, or could you still use some help this year? Are you in the best shape of your life? Because if so, I want to congratulate you. If not, I want to help you. You don't have a lead problem, you have an unclaimed revenue problem. This message, and this is something we've run with Scott, and I know Scott's got in the playbook in the program he has, but this is, I call it the credits play. Don't run it without, I'm telling you, don't run it without the right tools in your hand, but you can copy the message. It'll be part of the prezos that get sent out. Hey, Josh, I was doing some account cleanup and I saw that you still had an account credit over here. I was reaching out if you had some time to go over how to use that. Oh, account credit. What might that be? Are you responding to that message? How many people do you think are going to respond to that message compared to your book an appointment? First of all, the link's not even getting delivered anymore, but the person is just like putting you on unsubscribe. If you send this, you get an unsubscribe? If so, they were never buying from you, so you can thank them for unsubscribing. These are called conversation starters. Now, do I got to give them a credit? Sure, to my $25,000 program. This message, just one message, backed up by AI responses. We got 40 new clients, spent $0. Now, I've been in business 20 years. I have a 20,000 person list. So these results aren't going to work the same on every list. But people like us still. They just had an interrupted relationship and we gave them an excuse to resume it. So we built a $22K in cash collected and $8,000 in EFT and some more wins. Josh, who I highlighted his results, he grew his EFT by $4,000 a month just in the month of January. Genesis grew 15% year over year. The Health Performance Institute at Illinois Bone and Joint, multiple seven figures, and we opened a 5th gym with them last year because ads still work. The Lead Rescue Kit is a gift that you get on that gift card when you scan the QR code. Admittedly, it's a course that you're probably not going to do, but it's my gift to you because, I don't want you to have to remember everything we talked about today, but this is how we install. People ask if that was high level. I say, yes, we use Legos, but I'm a better Lego master. My Lego machine is going to work better than everybody else's Lego machine because I created an algorithm called the Lead Rescue System inside a high level because I'm not just focused on the leads I bought yesterday, but the leads I bought 10 years ago still matter too because I'm still converting them. The average sales cycle is like 7 months sometimes. It's crazy. So all of this funds the perpetual loop that ultimately leads to what Scott's teaching you guys today, which is to big, sexy profits, indestructible wealth, right? Like, you got to have a system to get there. And it's been an honor speaking up here on Scott's stage, partnering with Scott and so many of you in the room over the last several years. And like I said, you don't need me to do it unless you want it to be easier. If you want it to do easier, if you install Gymtopia, we just do this out of the box. We import you, we scrub your database, we rewrite all your emails, we write all the we're not going to be like, oh, we sold your system, now implement it. I have 20 people across the globe, different continents, implementation team. I'm not a guy. I have like several businesses. I need a real team, real systems. And so when you work with us, that's what you get. But if you want to do it yourself, you get that for free. Please scan the QR code and deal with my obnoxious AI. It's obnoxious because we don't go away. Like, you literally have to say stop to make me leave you alone. So that's it, man. I think if you work with Scott, you don't have to do anything to engage us. Scott and I and Andy, and T. Hutch, we're going to go home and we're going to build these programs and packages around this Azure partnership and the blueprint to get the attraction system and to get the conversion system. And it's in motion right now. But admittedly, we're 3 weeks into the relationship. So if you work with Scott, we're fully committed to giving you a full delivery system. So the people who need our help, and this is, I know I like to laugh and joke and have a good time. There's people who need our help. We're really on a mission. Somebody's life depends on us getting better at what we do and what we stand for and how we operate. So give yourselves a round of applause for making it through this, and thank you for having me today.